want to talk about Parashat Balak. Parashat Balak. There's few aspects in my mind I want to speak, but I want to choose one thing to elaborate on that. For many years I was wondering, my father told us, in the Yeshiva here many times told me, the mission of it says there are 10 things that Hashem created in twilights. In the days of the sixth day of creation, twilight between the sixth day, Yom HaShishi, and the seventh day. On twilight, Hashem created 10 things. See, he says, my father explained many times, here in public, that only means that Hashem created a world and he had this for you, Avram Salfiger. Hashem created the world and he created a roadmap. You know what's a roadmap? That in the year 2000, Avram Avinu is going to come and find Hashem. And this, he created for he looked in the tank and created the world. Okay? Although Moshe Rabbeinu, when he was born, he was designated to become Moshe Rabbeinu. But it says in Torat V'Eliyahu, Moshe dochak atzmoi v'zoch. Moshe pressed himself to merit to become who he was. David HaMelech, dochak atzmoi. Even though he was designated to be Mashiach Hashem, Hashem brought him this time. He was part of the roadmap of the world. But he had his own bechira. He had to express himself, to press himself to become who he is. So he says, what does it mean, all those 10 things were created in Erev Shabbos? As the Rabbi Zichron Livrocha, Vimoy Zichron always say, said, because those are intrinsic things in the roadmap of the world that need to exist. So the famous case is Koirach. Koirach, Hashem created the ground to swallow him before the creation of the world in Erev Shabbos. Why? As the Rambam I brought it last year, as the Rambam says, it wasn't for Koirach, we won't have a proof that whatever Moshe Rabbeinu said, besides when he said from Har Sinai, is from Hashem. So he did us that gift that he argued with Moshe Rabbeinu, when Hashem showed a special Bria, new Bria, Meshuna, and after the creation to show that. But in the list is also Piaton, the mouth of the donkey in Parashat Balak. Now why the mouth of the donkey in Parashat Balak is intrinsic in the roadmap of the world for us, for the Jewish people, for the mankind, human beings, to learn from it, from the mouth of Piotr, and that we have to have that, without we don't have, we're not complete in the roadmap of the world. What Rabbi says? This Kash had for many years for myself, 20 years.
He said that if he had killed the donkey, so that people are going to say that this is the donkey that made him quiet. Even in Russia, you have to give covered the bria of a Ben Adam. Doesn't matter the worst Russian.
Again, if you would kill the donkey,
then people would come and say, this is the donkey that made Bilam to be embarrassed.
Right.
So it can't be such a thing. You can't let people open them up to say such a thing, because
and therefore what?
So therefore, you learn the cover even of biggest Russia. You have to give cover to the bria of a man.
What was my question? Was the answer? The question was, it says in the mission always that Hashem created the mouth of the donkey that can speak like human beings, and Erev Shabbos ben Hashmoshes. So what?
Not the donkey.
Not the donkey. Talk about the mouth. Piaton, piadama, piaton. Look in the mission. We have mission always.
The mouth is what he said. It's totally what he said.
The mouth. So it means the mouth that the animal can speak. That's what it means.
Not that he could speak. That's one possibility. It could be that what he said. Not what, that he could speak to, what he said.
What he said, what? That.
He said, he pointed out to Bilam that he wasn't acting properly. He didn't have a course that told all the years.
No, so then what?
So then Bilam wanted to kill him. So he killed
So you're not talking about killing. We're not talking about what Bilam wanted to do. We're talking about the create. If you would tell me that what the Atom said rebuke to Bilam, that's intrinsic in the roadmap of the world, I understand. But you're not saying that. He says after the rebuke, Bilam wanted to kill him. And from that we learn. That's what Hashem created. So in the creation itself, in the mouth of the donkey, Hashem created the mouth of the donkey to speak to Bilam, telling him, I'm your friend. You live with me. I'm your soichen, and you wanted to kill me, and I really cared for you, and I stopped not to kill you. You start talking to him. So that dialogue.
Is it dialogue or what he said?
That's what let's see what it says. Let's see the mission. It says, Asor Dvorim were created in Ben Hashmoshes of Erev Shabbos. Let's see. Right? Let's see the mission. Where is it? This is the 5th chapter. Where is it? I think it's the 5th, right?
I think it's the number.
I saw right. Yeah, I saw Nisim. Very good.
So you say, is it a question?
Here, Asor Dvorim Nimrod Erev Shabbos. 10 things were created in Erev Shabbos Ben Hashmoshes. The manna, the keshet, okay. But it says, Pioretz, the mouth that swallowed koyach, can we understand? Pia bear, you have to speak, what is it? Bear, and Pia atom, the mouth of the donkey. That's all it says. The mouth of the donkey was created in Erev Shabbos Ben Hashmoshes on the 6th day of creation. What's so special about the mouth of the donkey? That Hashem has created as a pre-acquisite, pre-planning. It's in the blueprint of the world, in the roadmap of the world. The mouth of the donkey has to be created. In what forms? Yes.
The donkey doesn't speak.
Great. So, and they found there's a small little ad in a newspaper, a donkey spoke in China. What does it give me? What the mouth of the donkey is giving me? What is the mouth of the donkey is giving me? That Hashem had to create that as in the master plan of the world. In Erev Shabbos, he pre-planned it. It was pre-planned. Why so pre-planned? Although the Zohar Kodesh says it's brought down in Tikkun HaZohar. I saw it inside. The Goy Mevil brings it in length. It's also, I saw it in Sifra Tzniusa. Yes. I saw it there too. I saw a couple of places. It says that in the 6 days of creation, Hashem created every action, every story, every tree, every animal in its roots in the first days of creation. Which means Rabbi and Yitshak are standing here. It's really our roots already on the first days or 6 days of creation. All of the 6,000 years are already in the roots, are being created. It just has to flourish and come out to fruition. All in the first 6 days of creation. He lengthened, very strong about it. And he says in Erev Shabbos, which we are now standing 5,783. So he says every day is 1,000 years. So the night is 500 years. The day is 500 years. 6 hours of the day is 250. So 5,750 years of the days of creation, it's midday. We are holding a what? 5,783. How many days more than 750? 20 something years. And if you divide 1,000 years to 24 hours, how much every hour is 28 hours and 28 years and something, in 8 months, I think, is a year. It's an hour and a day for Hashem. It's 1,000 years for us. Now that's all cheshbon, and it shows that the state of Israel, 1948, was exactly when Hashem. It says in the 10th hour, Hashem carved Odom Harishon in the ground, and in the 10th hour He told him stand up. So when Odom Harishon stand up, the state of Israel stood up. And it goes, you go in 1990, 91, 1 million Jews came from Russia. If you look in the dates of the Goy Mivina says that Tikkun Hazor, that when the 12.5 hour passed by, which Mincha Gedolah starts, Ben Arbaim, the light of Shabbos will come in, and the light of Mashiach will start.
When is that again?
Started already. Started, the light of Mashiach is there. That's what it says in the Bible. And he says, I make everyone swear, anyone that reads what I wrote, I make it swear not to tell it. So how can I say it? Because now already the time came, so I can say it. But before the time, he didn't want people in the Chach of Kitzi. When he says, he swears this is what's going to happen. So already have Dog Shabbos, when we see the goyim start licking us and Israel becoming rich and all that, it's part of the light of Shabbos of Oilo Shel Mashiach is coming. But anyhow, it's all pre-planned according to the Tikkun Hazor and Sifra Tznius, and according to the Goldstein explanation. It's all in the 6 days. But here we have 10 things that stick out. That those 10 things are major roadmap for the world to learn from. And it says the piaton, the mouth of the donkey. What does the mouth of the donkey is giving us? That Hashem had to say, this is in the roadmap of the world. What is it? What is a piaton? What is it? So I was thinking to myself, when I came this morning, Rabbi Shmuel Pia came over and says, you know, do you heard the Mussar Shmus of your father many years ago? B'derech shel Moitze Leilech Melichi Moitze. He said, but I never found it in the Rashi. We looked it up and couldn't find it in the Rashi. But the idea is a message that says that Balak, Hashem told him not to go.
It's a Gemara in
I mean Bilam.
It's a Gemara in Marcos.
It's a Gemara in Marcos.
And the Marsha is...
Yeah, but we looked in the Rashi, we couldn't find it. So B'derech shel Moitze Leilech Melichi. Sorry. Bilam, Hashem told him don't go. But he wanted to go. So Hashem says, you want to go? The way a person wants to go, Hashem let him go. You want to hurt yourself, kill yourself, go. Very deep what I'm going to say now. What does that mean? Which means Hashem helps. Hashem created the world to bring honor for Hashem. You have a guy that wants to go against the way of Hashem, and Hashem is helping him to go against the ways of Hashem. Now it comes in. And with such a guy, Hashem creates the donkey to have a mouth, to do what? To give him rebuke, to save him. Wow! This is a big Mussar. What love and mercy the Creator has for His creations. It's a mind-blowing. Every guy that wants to go against Hashem, Hashem said, don't go, I want to go. Okay, He helps him to go. And He creates a creation. Mamash, a new creation that a donkey can speak. To do what? To save a guy that is hurting himself against Hashem. Hashem helping him to hurt himself because he wants, but he doesn't want Hashem to do it. I want to stop him. What an amazing mercy. Amazing Yerachamim of Hashem has for His creations. And how much love He has for the Jewish people that He wants to save this guy from hurting the Jewish people. Otherwise it won't happen. This is part of the roadmap, the teaching that Hashem has for the world. We have to learn from this. How much Hashem loves us. What is the mercy of Hashem? There's a famous Chazal Rashi brings down. There were two generations. There was the generation of the Mabu, the flood, and the generation of the Tower of Babel. So Rashi says, he has a question. By Dora Mabum, Dora robbers, okay, robbers. They weren't murderers, the Mishnah side. Molas Chomas. But the generation of the Tower of Babylon, they went against Hashem. So if imagine the whole world is going against Hashem, what Hashem should do? Get rid of that mess, right? Get rid of the mess, destroy them. That doesn't happen. When you have a Tower of Babel, you have a whole city with the half rainbows. Who knows what? The whole city is Michigan, going crazy. But everybody together, happy, fun, they have big parties, and the gays, this, everybody's happy. They're going against Hashem, but they're together. And you have another generation that do lower sins. They don't have it as all against Hashem, but they run from each other. Hashem says, I didn't create the world for myself. I created the world to give honor for Hashem for the benefit of man. So if the people want to do against themselves, they want to go against me. So you have a child, you love the child. And the father wants a child to win. So the son says, I want to take drugs. And he cries. He cries so much, he gives him a little puff. Now, you know that puff is going to hurt him. But he loves the child so much, the child's crying. He says, I want to go against you, Will. He helps him, not because he loves him. And because the world is created for the man. Hashem doesn't need the world. So if you have the entire world against Hashem, so Hashem says, okay, I will help you guys to go against me because my goal is not myself, it's for yourself. So I'll give you for yourself at least, okay? You're together, so I'll just separate you but not destroy you. How's he going to clean the mess? Separate, not destroy. But if the world is robbing from each other, which means they cannot live for themselves and also against Hashem, wipe them out. How much mercy Hashem has for the man. It's only for the benefit of man. We should learn from this. And when we know the love of Hashem He has for man, how much love we have to increase in our hearts to Hashem and love Hashem and worship Him.